So I'm finally back in the chair making content again. I'm so sorry I've been away for a while, but just like Ken, his job is beach, my job is just job. And I thought with not a lot of news really happening in the past couple of weeks, really. There's been bits and bobs, but I think this is the biggest bit of news I can sort of report on at the moment. So with Blue Beetle coming out, I think it's out in a few days. I'm going to see it next week with my younger brother, who sounds excited for it. And I'm actually quite excited for it because there's been some really great reviews on Blue Beetle so far. The first reaction's coming in, but this is my favourite post-Nolan DC film. Excuse me? So this is POC Culture, who... Oh my god, my stand just came off. That's really good, isn't it? So POC Culture is the one that says Blue Beetle is my favourite post-Nolan DC film. It's an action-packed, highly entertaining superhero story about family, and there's nothing more important than family. The film is unique in that it lovingly and unabashedly shares the Reyes family Mexican culture. It's sounding great, this film. I think one of my favourite things about superhero films and everything is the theme of family and everything, and I feel like it's going to have a significant sort of similar vibe to like Miss Marvel and some other superhero films from the Marvel Universe and DC, to be honest, and Spider-Man. I feel like it's very heavily inspired like by Spider-Man, definitely. So the reviews are great, but what's come out in a interview with the director is Blue Beetle will include references to Man of Steel, so the events of Man of Steel. Now this is again confusing people, because isn't this character the first character of the DCU? Yes, it's the first character of the DCU, but it doesn't technically mean this is the first film of the DCU. Again, James Gunn said Superman Legacy is the first DCU film, and this is the first character of the DCU. So my prediction is that this story is actually based before The Flash, which supposedly resets the universe to James Gunn's DCU. So I think it's fine that this character or some characters in this film mention the events of Man of Steel. The director did actually say, we made those out of honour and respect for the work and art of Zack Snyder. And I did watch a little bit of the interview, and he does go on to say how Snyder was a big influence for him as a director in this film. And you can definitely see it in the trailers and so on. Also, Blu-ray Angels shared this from the Jake Takes video, but Blue Beetle director shares that Blue Beetle's Batman could probably be any Batman that we've learned to love. Bale, Affleck, Pattinson, etc., etc. Here's the video.
That is actually a great question. We wanted to make it feel like it could probably belong to any of the Batmans that we have learned to love, and hopefully in the future we'll see with who he teams up with.
I mean the initial plan was Keaton was supposed to be the Batman of this universe. You know, Blue Beetle and Aquaman 2 were actually still supposed to come out after The Flash. But, you know, with all the changes happening and everything, that's just not a thing anymore. They've had to make so many changes to this film and Aquaman 2 in order for it to not confuse audiences, even though everything is confusing, because Gal Gadot was like, oh yeah, they want me as Wonder Woman, and it's just confused everyone. And still, we've heard nothing from James Gunn, we've heard nothing from DC. We have no idea what's happening with the DC universe, but it is sounding like more and more each day that this is going to be a total reboot. There's no way they can bring in some actors who have played the characters before and then newbies and everything. I just don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to be a taking time sort of thing. And remember, Superman Legacy comes out in 2025 supposedly, maybe later now due to the strikes and everything. So it'll be interesting to see how Gunn handles all this, because at the end of the day, it is supposed to be a full-on reboot. You know, don't bring Gal back. I really like the look of this film. I'm very excited for Blue Beetle. I get why Gunn would probably want to keep this version of the character, this actor playing this character, because from the reviews, he's stellar in it, and the film was a lot of fun. What I do find a shame, though, is that not a lot of people know about this film, and not a lot of people are going to see it. And I don't think it's going to make lots of money, but I think good word of mouth will definitely help it at the box office, but I don't think it's even going to hit nearly to 300 million, 400 million, but I might be proven wrong. Let's wait and see. Anyway, hope you like the video. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, that really helps me. We'll have some more news coming up in the next couple of weeks, and it's really good to be back doing videos on a regular basis. And obviously I will let you know the next time I take a little break and when I have to do my job, which is job. Thanks for watching. Bye.